Right then, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 1.6 SE diesel. This car's covered 77,000 miles, comes with a wonderful service history, all of which has been done by Honda, apart from the service we've literally just done. Finished in passion red, which looks absolutely stunning on the car. The videos and the photos never actually do it justice. It is lovely. To go around the car, because it's in gorgeous condition, front of the car, lovely and clean, lights and lenses are clear and intact without any obvious cracks or condensation. Bonnet, absolutely beautifully clean. Coming down the near side, passenger side of the car, absolutely smooth in the panels. Near side front alloy, absolutely unmarked from what I can see. Panel works extraordinarily clean. Near side rear alloy, again, completely unmarked. Coming the back, that's not a mark on the car, unfortunately. A pigeon has deposited something, so I'm not inclined to put my finger on it to wipe it off at the moment. Coming around the back, again, exceptionally clean. Likewise, offside, I mean, it's got such a natural luster to the look of this car. It's, you know, one of the very, very cleanest you'll see anywhere. Offside rear alloy, again, beautiful. The remaining panels, absolutely stunningly clean. And then final driver's wheel, absolutely unmarked. It is in simply, I mean, it's almost immaculate, I'd say, but I'm not going to say it's immaculate because I hate saying that. Coming to the back of the car, absolutely enormous boot. And it's in fantastic condition again. Quite often you see CR-Vs very heavily used, but not this one. Coming to the back now, you see enormous amounts of legroom. And this is where CR-Vs, as with the boot, tend to let themselves down because this is where the kids sit. And yet this one is in beautiful condition. Although my video has a habit of making the seats look slightly pink, as it comes, you can see as it comes back. It's not, they're black completely. Coming to the front of the passenger side, again, all in simply beautiful condition. Finally, coming in on the driver's side, again, all very, very clean and tidy. Driver's seat, the one that should show most of the wear, shows virtually nothing. Inside the car now, engine's running, as is always the case with this section, so the dash can be seen illuminated. Dashboard in beautiful condition. Up there, information pod. If you put the car into reverse, you get that lovely clear parking camera. And then, as I say, it's rare to see them kept as well as this one. Coming up to the dash binnacle, hopefully you can see 77,149 miles recorded, and there are no warning lights on the car. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel key all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V, and it's a 1.6 diesel, and it's the SE version. This car's registered WV63YBA, and with a mileage of 77,143 recorded. The reason we do all of our videos, and especially actually this road test section, is to ensure that if anyone is looking at any of our cars that we're advertising, they actually get to see them in operation, and this is the very car in the advert. The reason we do it is basically because, like so many people, we've been to see cars which have looked absolutely fine in photographs and descriptions, but only to get there and find out when you drive it's got an obvious issue which you'd clearly much rather known about before setting off. So hence, that's why we do it. Also done on these lovely quiet roads in this beautiful part of Gloucestershire. This actually forms part of the road test route we take our customers on, so hopefully in that sense rather, it would be representative of what you'd feel yourself should you be offered a test drive in the car. So coming to the car, clearly been very, very well looked after. The engine starts, absolutely instantly. It settles to a smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. And temperature gauge is running into third, which is exactly where it's meant to be, and it's been running for quite some time now. The engines are superb diesel engines, absolutely superb. They are what you would hope to get with any diesel, notwithstanding the fact that, you know, at low revs, low speeds, you know, it is obviously a diesel, you can hear it in that, but when you're on the move, it's very smooth, it's very quiet. When you're cruising along, it pulls beautifully through the entirety of its rev range. It's not just limited to a very small power band, as so many seem to be. And you know, if you're thinking the 1.6 can't pull a CR-V along, you know, this is miles quicker in real world driving than, you know, a 2-litre petrol version, for sake of argument. It pulls with real guts, and that's, you know, with all on board as well. Lose the argument if I try and take him on, so it's going to pop in there. There we go. The engine also, it's one of these diesel engines which, you know, really does give, you know, extraordinary economy, and not one that you have to be, you know, you should obviously always drive them smoothly if you want to get the best economy out of the cars. So I don't normally have this problem down this little road, but yeah, I mean, you should always try and drive as smoothly as you can. Change up relatively early because you let the torque of the engine do the work, but you don't have to kind of nurse it like you'll, you know, drive it, you know, like there's an eggshell under your foot. You know, it is. You know, they're not fussy in that sense, but they do give amazing economy. You know, with my personal one, because we have one, a 1.6 diesel, exactly the same engine as this. Most of my driving is actually relatively short trips, which isn't great for cars. You know, mixed in with a few other bits and bobs, and I tend to get somewhere between 55 and 60 to the gallon when I'm driving longer distance. You know, cruising down A roads, something like that. I'll be well over 60. This one looks like the trip meter's been on for some time. They're averaging 57 miles per gallon, so that's exactly what I was getting. So it's a case in point. But a super engine. Engine then feeds through into the clutch and gearbox in the car. Clutch in the car absolutely perfect, nice and smooth in operation. Bike point exactly where it's meant to be. Gearbox, brilliantly done. Honda do all their major controls absolutely superbly because they want it to feel good. It starts with the positioning of the gear lever, which is mounted up nice and high, so your hand literally just falls onto the lever there. No reaching down, no sort of stooping down to get to it. But it's the quality of the actuation. It is beautifully engineered, and that feels exactly like it would have done when it was new. So coming to the steering and the chassis of the car, steering really well weighted. Again, it's not over light, which I personally despise in cars, but it's light enough to make it feel very easy to drive. But it feels very solid and secure and confidence inspiring on the road. Steering is actually reasonably quick, very precise and accurate. The whole car is very car-like to drive. They are, you know, they don't intimidate in any way at all. And the chassis and the steering help with that. It's far more accomplished than, you know, you'd give it credit for. Put it through some challenging roads, and we went on a recent trip to Wales with some wonderful roads. For, you know, if you're going to have something really sporty, you could really enjoy them. But it just devoured them. It just went through. No great kind of body roll, no lurching, no secondary motions. Done brilliantly, but Honda know this market so well, with the CR-V being the best-selling SUV in the world, so they obviously know what to do. The chassis also gives you a very compliant, beautifully judged ride. You know, it absorbs 90% of the imperfections in the road really well. Only, you know, the sharpest ridge will catch it out as it would with any car. There's also absolutely no rattles or clonks coming from the suspension at all. The whole car feels absolutely tight as a drum. Steering also tracks dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit either. Brakes on the car, I'm just going to hold my phone a second when I do this. Just give it a good shove. But that really solid brake pedal on the car, nice and powerful. No pulsing, no vibrations coming back through the brake pedal at all, so all good there. Finally coming inside, this car's literally just been delivered to us, and obviously we'll go off for its mechanical checks, it's all its bits and bobs, and an MOT, by the way. You know, it hardly needs cleaning. It's an absolutely beautiful condition in here, really is. It will be cleaned, but it doesn't really need it. They are beautifully put together cars, absolutely beautifully put together cars. They also give you fantastic visibility. So up front I can actually see a bonnet, which is a minor miracle on modern cars. Got these massive wing mirrors, make you feel very kind of secure and confident on busier roads, and when making manoeuvres as well. The whole dash design is very, very well done. I say beautifully put together, but also joyfully easy to use by comparison to so many modern cars which you get into and you've got to sit there scratching your head for about 10 minutes before you can work out how to change the fan speed. This, basically, you've got upper display, information display there. You've got this massive radio, which is dead simple to use. Dual zone climate control system, so it gives you different temperatures side to side if you so wish, and it's pumping out absolutely ice cold air, so working exactly as it should. What videos can't show you is every time you move a switch or press a button, it has a kind of rubbery, precise action to it, which Honda do brilliantly well. It's really underplayed. They should be sort of more brash about it. Dash binnacle in front is, again, beautifully detailed, nicely laid out, very simple to take the information in. Steering wheel, small diameter, leather bound, again feels absolutely fantastic in hand. Feels as though it shows virtually no wear at all. So we don't see quite as much traffic here, but it's harvest time, so many more tractors about, which is good. These are very sought after cars, and it's easy for me to say that because I'm selling them, but they really are. So basically it's the majority of what we sell, and CR-Vs are loved because they are a very high quality, generally very reliable car as well, very long lasting, but they're not only are they reliable, not only are they long lasting, but they are actually very, very nice to sit in and drive. It'd be all well and good being kind of worthy, but if they didn't drive nicely, you just wouldn't want to put your backside in one. But quite the opposite. It's a superb piece of engineering, and I can find absolutely nothing wrong with it at all. Drives perfectly.